We're about a week away from elections in Israel. Now, you're going to be saying to yourself, didn't we just have elections in Israel? And the answer is yes, but they are not a constitutional republic. So they form governments much like England. So whoever gets the majority vote, that person is asked by the president of Israel, Reuven Rivlin, to then form a government. And how you form a government there, like in England, when Boris Johnson recently went to the Queen, she asked him to form the government because he got the majority votes, and then you have to put all these coalitions together on these various parties. Now, in Israel, the thing is that the parties themselves have to get over thresholds in order to get a seat. You got to have a certain number of seats. And then they put these factions together. You've got the religious faction. You'll have the hard right factions. You'll have then the blue and white, which is the other. So you've got basically two main parties.
So you vote for Likud. The leader is Benjamin Netanyahu. And then there's a list under him of like number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, who would be the deputy prime minister, who would be the next level, secretary, the minister of defense, all of that. So they have this long list of individuals that you could go look at if you were an Israeli voter. Based on how well they do, that many of those individuals will actually get a seat in the Knesset. You have to have a seat in the Knesset to serve in their executive branch of government. You've got 120 seats in the Israeli Knesset. To form that majority, you've got to get a coalition of 61. No one is going to win 61 seats. So whoever gets the majority then gets asked, like you said, by the president of Israel to form a government, whatever party. People don't vote for the person. You don't go into Israel and vote for Prime Minister Netanyahu. You go and vote for his party. So it'd be like if here you just voted Republican and that was it for the entire election.
Why is this significant to the United States? Well, the United States is trying to roll out a peace plan. And when you've got a transition in government coming, that affects how you do your plan. The United States, through the Secretary of State, through the President, have a plan that they've rolled out the first part, which is the economic plan for Israel and the Palestinian territories. That has been rolled out, and now there's the political aspect of that that's coming. What do you do when you've got this kind of government transition here? Can you get a peace process back on track? That's important for the world.
The last election was in April. Prime Minister Netanyahu won, but could not put the coalition together. So there was two decisions he could have made. One, he could have let the party that came in second place try and put together a coalition. That was the blue and white party, who will be running again, very close. I think probably in second place again. And he decided the second option. Instead of giving that party an option to form a government, he also had the option to call for yet another election. It's called a snap election in Israel, and they will be going back to the polls next Tuesday. And it's very important in Israel, and of course impacts the United States directly as well.